Sleep comes easier tonight, and for the first time in a long time, I dream. Of clear skies, of unrestrained laughter from children playing in the streets, and of small, cramped dwellings. To an outsider, the sight doesn't paint a pretty picture. However, this is home to me. She's dreaming about home. Morning dawns bright and clear the following day. Although the air still feels muggy and I miss the chilly autumn air, it's one of those rare weekends where I'm up even before my alarm rings. If it wasn't for Ash's call last night, I'd probably sleep in. When 9 a.m. rolls around, I'm already heading downstairs where Ash is waiting for me in the car. His hair is a bit disheveled, eyes drowsy, and overall looking like he hurried to get out of bed. Or fell out of it. Or both. He looks adorably rumpled this way. But I'm not going to tell him that. It'll only bloat his unbearable ego.
Good morning, Ash.
He makes a motion with his finger around his ear, tone it down.
Can you even drive?
He answers me with a slight raise of his hand, a yawn, and nothing more. He's never been particularly fond of mornings, and for that I'm thankful to every god in the universe. Less mental capacity for him to make fun of me. Ha! There's the reason why mornings are my favorite. It doesn't take long for us to reach our destination, the small cafe situated in Luxembourg's busiest street. Same one I'd often visit with Becca for its cheap food. I'd never gone here on a Sunday, and it's striking how different it appears without the usual weekday and Saturday rush. The atmosphere especially reminds me of something we also have back home, near the university I used to attend. I wonder what happened to it. It was being renovated before I left, so I never got to visit one last time. The place has always had a calming effect on me. But today, despite standing in a place similar to it, anxiety easily washes over me as soon as I step out of the car. I'm quite used to dealing with people I've never met before, things may work. But still, I don't know him. In spite of this fact, both Ash and Becca have vouched for him. What will he think of me and my story? What if he thinks I'm crazy? Hell, even my own friends thought so. And that's because they care. Kind of. I draw in a breath to quell the panic beginning to rise in me. Oh well, only one way to find out. A few hesitant steps forward and then Ash is suddenly pulling me back by my elbow.
Hold on, scaredy cat, not too fast.
Without warning, he flicks my forehead. Hard.
That hurts. What was that for?
Oh, you know. A love tap. He's already walking away when I look up, and I hurry to catch up to him, puzzled. I really don't understand this guy. At least, explain why you're flicking other people's foreheads all of a sudden. So rude.
Get yourself together, will you? He's not going to bite.
What?
He's very accommodating, too.
I wasn't scared of him or anything.
You don't look like it. Didn't sound like you were okay last night either.
Huh?
What was that last one? Hey, don't just ignore me.
He was listening to your tone of voice, Bella. All questions and retorts die on my mouth once he opens the door of to the shop. A cast iron bell attached to it chimes softly, announcing our arrival. The smell of freshly brewed coffee welcomes us as soon as we step in. It's the same cafe. Like the usual, several tables and chairs have been set up for patrons. But most of the customers have forgone them in favor of the much more comfortable throw pillows and beanbags the staff has laid out on the floor. Becca would love to know they have something like this on Sundays. She's been complaining how uncomfortable library chairs are for a long time now. They have library chairs? Ash leads me to a secluded spot near the window where an old man, probably in his 50s or 60s, is seated, enjoying a brew and a book.
Professor Clark.
It's just Andrew now. I'm no longer your professor, Detective Inspector Frey.
He's an inspector? Though I guess it makes sense. The guy, Andrew, looks up from his book and gives him a smile. A sheepish look crosses Ash's face at the older man's admonishment. More unusual, in my opinion, is seeing him appear like a parent who just scolded him. But it suggests a familiarity between them, one that goes beyond what someone would expect from a simple student and mentor. With another warm smile, he gestures for us to take the empty seats opposite him.
Have you been waiting long?
Quite some time. But I come here early on weekends. Best time to get their first serving of bear claws. They're the only place that serves it here.
Really?
I took the liberty of ordering for you two. I hope you don't mind. I thought it'd be best to talk over a decent helping of coffee.
Okay. Soon enough, a waiter brings us 2 more cups and sets down a basket of pastries.
Aren't you going to introduce the lady?
Ah, right, sorry.
How dare you, asshole.
Isabella, this is Andrew. He's one of my professors back at the university. Andrew, this is Isabella Santos.
No, actually, my name is... Where is it? My name is Maria Isabella Grace Cruz Santos.
Santos. Portuguese? Spanish? Brazilian? Mexican?
Filipina, actually. It's a pleasure to meet you, Professor.
Filipina, that's it.
Ah, your name carries a lot of history, Miss Santos.
Indeed.
Just Andrew is fine. Don't do what Ashton's doing. He doesn't listen to this old man.
He doesn't listen to anyone, more like. The awkward tension typically present in first meetings dissipates after that. I was expecting someone strict, and to an extent, someone severe. But Professor Andrew Clark is definitely the opposite of what I have in mind. The more personable kind similar to your grandfather who dotes on you at family gatherings. It's obvious why Ash is taking a liking to him.
Ashton tells me there's something you wish to discuss that I could help with. Let's hear it then.
Alright. I give Ash a hesitant glance, but he just nods and gestures towards Andrew with his head. He's leaving this to me. It's my story to tell, after all. I keep it short and concise. I found a letter in his old mansion. Now I'm cursed. Help me. Save me. Please. Exactly as I've told Ash and Zach when they asked about it. I don't mention the name of the place. No use saying that now someone else legally owns it. No use dragging other people in my problems.
I'm sure it's that letter I found, but I don't know anymore. I just want to know how to escape this nightmare.
Of course. We're talking about the one in Anslem Village, aren't we?
Yep, we sure. Wait, how did you know?
How did you...
Don't look so surprised. There's only one place popular enough here if we're going to talk about hauntings.
You're a smart old coot, you know that?
I once had a colleague who wrote about it and the urban legends surrounding the place. Years worth of study, but fascinating. It's a shame he passed away at such a young age. He would have done a much better job at explaining topics like this one compared to me. Ashton here might disagree, but it's an interesting topic in sociology, if you care to have an open mind.
Yep.
Studying the science and theory behind it is completely different from outright believing in it.
You don't believe in those stories, sir?
Now, this isn't a question of belief. All I'm saying is things like these speak a lot about a place's culture and history.
I like you.
And it's not just limited to ghosts. Monsters, gods, you name it. Even you, Miss Santos.
What about me?
How you respond to these stories. It tells a lot about you and your upbringing, in the same way it tells me why our detective inspector here finds such topics absurd. Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah? My head's starting to spin from all this. I'm not the smartest person around, but I understand what he's getting at, I think? It's still too much to take in at once. I look to Ash for help, but his eyebrows are drawn in a frown. If he keeps staring like that at his cup, I'm pretty sure it'll crack soon.
There's still something you're not telling.
What do you mean?
Didn't I tell you everything the other day?
Yeah, but you mentioned the rights, then you proceeded to drop the topic right after. What's with that?
Oh, you
They
know.
don't have anything to do with this.
Rights. Luke and Hannah, right?
Right.
Yeah, they're the ones who got the place.
Ah, I'm not surprised. They're the kind who gets what they want when they set their eyes on it. From what I've heard, word gets around.
A heavy sigh escapes my lips. Popular or not, they're just my clients, albeit it be a little pushy, but just clients, end of story. I wish you stopped pestering me about them. Again, we're gonna go through 2 different timelines. Shut up, Ash! Oh lord, this is what I signed before when I agreed to meet with this professor.
Shut up, Ashton.
You're avoiding the question again.
They're just my clients.
Yeah, you mentioned that, but that doesn't mean...
And I see no reason why you should be suspicious of them.
He didn't like that. To the past! Or the alternate timeline. I almost just saved, and that would have been bad for me. Hey, so I know you're trying to help, Ash. What is it again that Becca does when dealing with a particular difficult child? The pesky, annoying kind? I wish I could remember. I could certainly use the same trick right about now.
Ashton, look here. I know you're trying to help, but the deal's almost already closed. The papers are being prepared. Once it's done, it's over. I'm just their agent.
And when is that happening?
When what?
When's the paper being signed?
Is there even a purpose to this line of questioning?
your working relationship with them. When's it going to end?
When the papers are done. When everything's settled.
About a week from now? It depends on how long the papers will take, but they want us to rush it.
Really? You're absolutely sure about that?
Yes.
Yes, really. Unless they want to buy a house again and want me and Rose to be their agent. If yes, then I don't see a problem with it. Now stop annoying me about it.
And? Improved, or at least not negative.
Don't accept it.
What? Why? It's my job.
Oh lord, even my younger siblings aren't this difficult to deal with. Then again, Ash is far from a younger sibling to me. If you'd only spell it out, surely you'd understand. We wouldn't even have to talk about it right now. That's how it is, right? Find an even ground, talk about it like the adults we are? It wasn't like this before. But somewhere along the way, something changed in us. As people, as friends. I wish there's a way I could tell when and why. Instead, I'm left searching blindly for reasons. Next thing we know, we'll be drifting off further and further apart. How frustrating.
Now, kids, settle down. We're not going to solve anything by shouting.
Sorry, Sir Andrew.
And we're not going to solve anything either if you keep omitting things.
Speak for yourself. I'm not the only one doing it.
You'll have to forgive my former student, Miss Santos. He's always been the curious kind. Many people think he's lazy, but it's actually the opposite. I see that hasn't changed.
Oh, really? How is he back when he was your student? I'm sorry, I need to ask. He doesn't talk much about that.
And there's a reason why. Please don't.
Talk. Tell me about how edgy he was. Tell me he played Yu-Gi-Oh!
Tried to sleep on the first day of class. He didn't repeat it after what I made him do when I caught him. Students like him are the easiest to deal with, once you know what piques their interest. I'd have to say, he's one of the very few who's actually interested in the subject, though.
Oh?
But there was this one time when...
By the end of the conversation, Ash looks like he's praying to the ground to swallow him. He's never been one to talk about himself. What I know about him are mostly bits and pieces I've gleaned over the years. He's an atrocious singer, he's bad at art, he has a personal vendetta against mornings. Now it feels like he isn't that hard to figure out after all. It's past noon when Andrew has to leave us for another meeting. But before we separate...
Miss Santos, a word of advice. Just keep in mind that when it comes to cases such as this, they aren't always what they seem.
Naturally, the mansion in the letter was brought up several times during our talk. And though Ash is right, in that Andrew offers a different perspective, he's left me with more questions than answers instead. What is she? What does she want from me? Is she ever going to leave? Well, we know one thing. She appears to you randomly. She whispers to help her. So there's only one thing to know. We have to figure out how she died. Is what I'm gonna say. But the story says she died of a plague. But I don't think that's true. They all continue to bug me after we left the coffee shop. I don't even notice when Ash takes a different turn on our way back.
Where are we going? You can drop me off at the park.
Guess. You have 3 chances.
Movie theater, and pocket chibi.
I'm serious, Ash. Where are we going?
He doesn't answer, but shortly he stops the car in front of a small, nondescript food stall a little ways from the movie house. If I wasn't paying closer attention, I would have missed it without a doubt. He motions for me to wait as he gets off the car and walks in its direction. Sheesh, if you want to buy something, just say it. No need to make yourself look mysterious. It makes you look more like a dork than cool. The wait isn't long, however. Soon he's walking back, holding 2 fish-shaped cones. Yes! I love seeing those things. I don't know what they are, but I love seeing them. Ice cream? Parfait? Across the 2? By the time he's back inside the car, I've given up any effort to figure out what he bought. Not that it looks bad. It's actually quite cute.
Here, take it.
I have to move my head back a little when he thrusts at me to avoid the ice cream and the fruit toppings from running up on my nose.
What's this for?
Oh, that's not at all what I was thinking it was.
My arm's getting tired. 5, 4, 3, 2...
With a very wary glance, I take it off his hands. I still don't understand why there's a need for ice cream today. Nevertheless, I take a small bite. It's actually pretty good. He must have shown in my face because he chuckles as I take another one.
Saw the place open the other day when we watched Zach's movie. Thought I should give it a try.
And you sly bastard, you use this as a kind of date thing.
It doesn't seem like a bad place to get food from time to time.
And you're giving me free ice cream because...
The date, Becca, Bella, the date.
Do I need to have a reason?
Are you really going to ask me that?
Here's the thing with Ashton Frey. He does not just treat anyone to free food because he feels like it. He's that much of a Scrooge. Hell, he even asked me to teach him how to haggle once. Haggle! Of all the people who should ask me that. I'd have expected such a request from Becca, but Ash? Not at all. If I'm going to be honest, he looks a bit constipated with that expression on his face right now. I think he's starting to regret ever buying this.
The other day? The movie with Zach and Rebecca? Rebecca's there, yeah, I think so. Yeah.
You're a horrible liar.
Anyway, during the movie, we, that's to say, we...
Ashton. My dude. It's okay. We're not going to bug you about it.
Shit. Should have written down something first.
You are really beating me over the head with how much Ash loves this girl.
Get to the point, Ashton.
Right. I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry for, not getting to the point. I'm sorry for the other day. I got carried away. I said things that upset you. I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry.
We're in, boys. He is sad and apologetic.
Oh, okay.
Okay? That's all? That's all you're going to say? You're not still angry, are you?
Not at all, my dude.
You didn't have to buy me anything. A simple sorry would have been enough.
I bite into the cone again, a small attempt to keep myself occupied and relieve the heat crawling up my face. It doesn't work, but at least I don't have to look at him. Why am I feeling embarrassed over an apology? I have no idea. It's not like it was called for. They were being mean, especially him, and... In that fraction of a second it hits me. He skipped his day off just for today. I should be the one apologizing and thanking him. Silence is an awkward company while we finish our respective snacks. There are words for his, or this. For people like us, for understandings and sentiments like this. Yet, in this instant, they won't come. As promised, he drops me off at the park right after, phrases unsaid and still hanging heavily in the air. In this weather, the city park gives off a lazier and more languid vibe than usual. Where children are usually seen running around and playing, there are now people lying, leaning back on their picnic blankets, simply enjoying the afternoon sun. The smell of food drifts from nearby carts, and if the wind blows in the right direction, one will catch a whiff of freshly trimmed grass. Maybe I should try walking home today, to get my mind off things? Try to find a word somehow. I haven't done that in a while.
Thanks, Ash, for today.
No problem. Say hi to Rebecca for me.
Yeah, I will.
Even so, I linger. We both do. A mild, humid breeze brings in the smell of dried leaves, warmed earth, and a far-off distant memory. A fall starts and awkward first meetings. Same place, same people playing the same parts. Funny how of all days, my brain chooses to remember it now.
Wait, Belle.
Belle! Ooh. Ash exits his car. His strides are unsteady when he approaches me. Or maybe this is uncertainty showing? I'm not quite sure. He's never looked uncertain to me before. Always calm, always sure, always collected. He stops a short distance from me. Close enough that he's within an arm's reach, but just far enough for his voice to be heard over decent small talk, if this is what's going to be. He fumbles for something in his pockets.
Here, catch.
The small bag lands cleanly on my outstretched hands before it hits the ground. I raise an eyebrow at him, and he responds by shrugging and stuffing both of his hands back in his pockets. Somewhere to the side, he finds an interesting spot to look at. Sometimes you have to wait, Papa said long ago. For once, this time I listen. His voice is halting, hesitant, when he finds it again.
My mom used to make me carry around one of those when I was young. To ward off evil and bring you luck, she said. I don't believe in this stuff now, but if it makes you feel safe since you're a total scaredy cat, then I guess it's okay to give you one to carry around.
Perhaps at the moment there weren't any words for it. I've never been good with those. But right now, I can thank him in the best way I know. You can be nice when you're trying, or you're not bad after all. Is it bad that I want to save and just do both of these because I don't know which one's the better option? So, I'm gonna try you can be nice when you're trying. I close the short distance between separating us and give him a light punch on his arm. The gesture, the familiar in place of phrases one couldn't spin together or answers too early to seek out.
See, you can be pretty nice when you're trying.
I am nice.
When you're sleeping, but thanks for this.
Don't go losing it. It brings bad luck if you do.
Wait, are you serious?
I knew there's a catch. This asshole!
Yeah, that's what they say.
You did this on purpose, didn't you? Oh, I should have known!
Not entirely. But seriously, if anything happens, tell me. I'll be around.
First of all, I want to say that I love the fact that it pops up with asshole every time something bad happens with Ash involved. But this is so fucking cute. This is adorable. Holy shit. Before leaving, he waves at me one last time. He's back to teasing me. Back to our usual routine. Back to what we're comfortable with. But for all that, I believe in him. I just hope I can keep him safe. Keep him safe. A light wind blows again, sending dried leaves swirling in the distant smell of earth into the air. For the first time, the sunlight feels less harsh. Maybe walk is good. I need to visit the grocery too. Come to think of it, wasn't there an art store that opened recently near the park? That was nice. That was wholesome. That was fucking cute. Why do you do this to me? This asshole, why are you making me do this? So, thank you all so much for watching. You have a good day. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.